I've been trying to do that, make it easy.
Good
Oh,
call.
I guess it would help to share too. There we go. It doesn't have music today, so, but I got it free from Jason Carey.
But I got it for free from Jason Carey, so there is that. How was your day, Bill?
It was good. It was tiring. I'm tired, but could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, the weasel's hanging out down here, so that's kind of cool.
What's up,
I get to hang
Zach?
out with him today. Yeah. Heather says hi.
Hello, hello.
He gives you a wave. So it's cool. It's cool. Or something else. What was I thinking? My brain doesn't work today. I don't know. I don't know. So we got, oh, that's what I was going to do.
Responses of the 2020 graduates.
I know, it's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was shocked. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put out a Facebook. With the link. Facebook with the link. How do I do that? There's Facebook. There it is. Uh-oh. Everything's just going slow.
Yeah.
34 seconds.
No, I had to restart my computer after we talked on Monday. I was like, I can't take this. I'm shutting this down and start again.
That's awesome.
Not awesome, Bill.
It just makes it more fun that way, right?
Makes it more something.
Oh, goodness. Make it easier. What? Did it work? It didn't work. I don't know if it worked or not. I don't know. These Fandangle things these days. Well, we're live. It's 7.
Hello.
What's happening, Heather?
Well, I'm once again Tuesday night hanging out in our guest bedroom. Bill, are you still in the living room?
I still am in the living room. I haven't been kicked out of here yet. During the day I get kicked out, and we'll talk about that later, but I haven't been kicked out at night. So it's still
we will talk about that later. But I liked how you gave the premise that you won't talk or you don't get kicked out at night because, like it matters that everybody knows that your wife is loving and cares and you're allowed to be at home.
Yeah. No, so apparently like when I have headphones in or when I'm talking on the phone, I get loud and I don't know if you remember when we took a picture of this. This is half of a table and Janet uses the other half. So if I'm sitting here talking and it gets really loud.
Yeah.
And so not that I'm loud. I'm not that loud, but I guess I talk loud. So I've been kicked out of the area when I make phone calls. So
you've been kicked out. Oh gosh.
Oh, so how's it going over there at the Mahoney household?
Well, it's Cinco de Mayo during the coronavirus, and Corona is like a Mexican beer, and it's Taco Tuesday, and it's crazy. It's like the perfect storm. So we had tacos for dinner, obviously, and I have a bunch of lime in my sparkling water right now because
lime makes everything better. So
lime does. And you know what? I went through the entire bag of limes that you and your wife so graciously bought me at the beginning of coronavirus. And I got more 2 days ago because we were out for a while and I just had a bad attitude about it.
Like I said, lime makes everything better. I drink plain water just because. But man, I do prefer it with a little bit of lime in it, but what are you going to do? Anyways, my giant, did you like my new giant jug?
Yeah.
It's giant a 64. Jug.
But not giant jug.
A giant jug.
Speaking of Bill, not that this is a baseball, like YouTube Live or anything, but baseball hasn't had any official games this season other than preseason. This has been crazy. I'm
la 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 la.
Well, I want to see where at least they start and televise it, even if fans can't go. And, then I hear it that way at least and get to watch it. Because I would love to see that because they've been showing Korean baseball on television because there's like no live sports to show right now.
Oh, I know. And actually, I thought about my blanket today. I was like, oh, I should put up. We have a ton of different little the knitted Mexican blankets. I was gonna put another one up, but I'm like, no, it's the Giants. I'm kind of impartial to that one right now, and obviously.
Gotcha.
But we got the Applegates, the Valverdes, and Liam's on, and
hello,
Eli.
Everybody. You are still missed, just like every week. Not even missed less, probably missed more.
Well, the irony is, when we were just talking about the blanket, I just looked up and Liam says I need to change my blanket. I was gonna, but I'm like, it's the Giants. I just can't do it. So
I have a question for Liam, and that is, what blanket do you think Bill should be posting up next week? I would love to know what the students would like to see. I'm just saying.
I'll put it up next week. I'll put it up, but
nice.
I hope it's the Giants blanket because I do favor the Giants, but because the Reedies are on now too. Man, my Giants, I tell you. But yeah. Oh, what do we got? Nope, no responses. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Liam. Okay. What kind of blanket should he be having up? And do you have a weird one that we could get to Bill's house? Because, that would be really fun to see.
Hey, I'd do that too. If you have one that you want to see hanging behind me.
That would be so fun.
I'll find a way to get it.
I do want to know how everyone just on our live is doing. So post in the comments just how your day was. You can give a thumbs up, a thumbs down at meh. I saw a meme of Justin Timberlake, and instead of it's going to be May, it just said it's going to be meh. And I'm like, that's how I feel. It feels like Jumanji out there. Anything goes. You don't know what's happening. Totally crazy. What in the world? So yeah. How are you guys doing? I do want to know.
The Valverdes like the Giants one.
Yes.
A Star Wars blanket. You need to talk to my wife about that. I would definitely hang a Star Wars blanket up.
Well, it was just May 4th, like May the 4th, may the force be with you. And so it's like the right time for that.
Ellie, that's got to be Ellie typing because she knows my disdain for cats. I can't believe that it would be anybody
that the rest of
else.
Her children would do that and offend you so deeply.
She was just messing with me. She had to have been. Oh, hey, Eli built a new PC. Awesome, dude.
Ooh, I love it.
That's cool. Is it for gaming or is it for homework or is it just for fun? We'll have to see what the response is.
Hey, Bill, do you have a question for me this week?
I do, and it's kind of a softball. Last week, I had a couple. It was fun, but this one, and I don't think that knowing what I know about you, it's not embarrassing, but
I don't get embarrassed easy, so go ahead.
So this is one of those, okay, because you talked about last week not singing in front of people, but what is the one song from your teenage years that you would still rock out to, sing out the top of your lungs to this day, every time you listen to it?
Okay, that's a really good one. I'm thinking of a couple. One of them is Whoop, There It Is. It's like tag team back again, check it to wreck it, let's begin. And the other one is called Fantasy, and it's by Mariah Carey. And there's a remix with a little bit of rap in it. And I would jam out to that my junior and senior year of high school. And it kind of became popular again on TikTok. So actually, you guys might know what I'm talking about.
There you go. That's funny. And you said you have a TikTok, so you got to do a TikTok dance into that now.
Oh gosh, I've never done one, but I will. I will make that happen. So if you guys have one you would like me to do or one you would like Bill to do, let me know. I'll make it work.
Oh, that was evil. Michaela said that it's her who's typing, so maybe she wasn't trying to tease me about the cats.
Michaela, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, Bill, are you ready for my question?
I am. I hope. Am I?
Okay. Yeah, it's not like embarrassing or anything. Okay. So if you were going to start a podcast and it couldn't be work related, so not about Jesus, even though we love him dearly, not about, working with high school students and young adults. If it had to be about a hobby or something you like on the side and you actually had time, what would the main theme and the topic of your podcast be?
Okay, so, I so this kind of plays into one of my hobbies that I don't get to do at all anymore, that I haven't done in a long time, and I've actually, the weird part is my wife is going to hate me for saying it because I've been kind of watching. I would do a podcast on like motorcycle reviews.
Motorcycle reviews.
Yeah, I've been jonesing to go on a motorcycle ride for a while, and so that's just one of those things where I've been watching YouTube videos, and I'm like, yeah, that would be, when you say podcast, that's probably where my mind would go right now.
So, do you have a motorcycle?
I've had several street bikes. I currently still have a dirt bike that's getting like rusty in the garage, but
a dirt bike. Okay.
Yeah. I think the last time I rode it was 2 years ago at Pismo, and yeah, it's slowly withering away. Do you know who the Mr. Neon Chef is? He says, "Hey, what's up? Who's that?"
I don't. Hi, Mr. Neon Chef. Let's see. I don't think Laura Anthony's on, but her uncle is a chef. And the Valverde's dad, I think, used to be. So I'm just like trying to think of who I potentially know that would be a chef. I don't know. I can't wait to see. I'm glad you have it up.
Yeah, hopefully they will say hey here in a sec.
Yeah, say hey.
Is that another song from your youth?
No, I was more thinking of like Say Hey Willie from like Willie, Giants. Willie Mays. Okay, I miss baseball. It's the second time I've already talked about it. All right, Bill, what do we have for today? We always have a welcome and we always have a question, and then we have a giveaway. And I am wondering, what is our question, our riddle, if you will? What do the students need to know the answer to be a prize winner? And last week, I believe it was Eli, and I drove out to his house and I left candy and Pringles on his doorstep, and I hope that all of his family didn't eat it like he said they did before. So, what do you have for us today? So,
I gotta go this way. Theme, the Giants.
Okay.
They've been around for a super long time, right? Yes. They have been around in New York and in San Francisco. The question I have is, when did they move to San Francisco? Best Giants or best baseball team in the world. When did they come to California?
I knew that at one time. I'm thinking I know the decade, but I'm not certain I know the specific year, but I'm curious to see an answer. So I see that we have like Maddie online, the Valverde's, Mr. Neon Chef, Liam, the Applegates. Ooh, the Applegates asked if I like that song from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing it. You're right. That is definitely for sure one of the songs I love.
And by the way, this is another surprise gift. We forgot to mention that.
Okay.
Right? Didn't we? We said that we surprise gift.
Surprise.
Maddie Reedy popped in. I have a feeling it took them so long because they were Googling it.
Yeah, Google, I don't know if it is a verb, but it should be a verb, because I usually say, why don't you Google it? Instead of like, why don't you search the internet?
So we have 4 answers. They're all the same.
All the same.
Oh, we have a 57. We now have 5 answers. 4 of them are the same. And it is 1958. So Maddie Reedy wins that one.
Maddie Reedy, nice.
I'm going to put her name down here as
to
well.
Ripon, and she will have a surprise on her porch sometime before our meeting next week. Hey, if you're on here, Bill might announce this later, but I don't want to forget for now. If you are an 8th grader or you are a 12th grader, we have a way that the church is trying to honor and celebrate you as a graduate. And it looks a little different for each of you, but there is a form right on top of the crossroadsgrace.org/HS page for high school graduates and crossroadsgrace.org/JH for 8th grade graduates. So please make sure you fill that out. Pop on there. It's some pretty easy questions. What school you go to. It might ask about a few of your favorite whatevers. We have a little bit different happening for junior and high school, but we want to honor you and value you the best way we can. So please don't forget to do that.
Yeah. And if you give me a date and time and you're going to stand outside, I'll drive by and throw a water balloon at you.
Yeah, and I will drive by and play Pomp and Circumstance out of my car, not like on a clarinet or anything. So.
Oh, they're saying it lags way too much for us, faster than you guys can see
Liam,
it.
you better be calling Bill slow and not me, because boom. No, I'm just kidding.
I am slow. I will tell you that. And I don't have my glasses on tonight. They're over here. I'm like, I don't like the glare when I sit in front of the computer, so I have to take them off. So
you know what, me either, but not enough to wear contacts, because by the end of it, it looks like I'm sobbing and my eyes are like, I hate you. So I just suck it up.
Oh, they hurt.
I do have on my good junior high shirt today, though.
Yeah, nice. I actually got one of those shirts.
What shirt are you wearing today?
I'm wearing a Nike shirt. Property of. Actually, that's what I should have. I should have asked that question. When was Nike established? Because I'm wearing.
I have no idea. I also would have had to Google that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm surprised you had to Google the Giants.
Michaela, okay. Well, here's the deal. I knew it was in the 50s. I didn't know when in the 50s. And one of the reasons I know that is because the Giants have won 3 World Series since I've been alive, 2010, 2012, and 2014. And my dad told me in 2010, I waited my whole life. I didn't know if I'd ever get to see my team win a World Series, because now they're in San Francisco and not New York. And my dad was born 2 years before that. So Maddie wants to know if the surprise is going to be brought to the right house this time, because her and Bradley won something once and I brought it to the wrong court. But the good news is I now know your court is the second one that starts with a D, but Bill's bringing the prize, so it'll be correct.
The funny thing
has a lot.
So I don't know if you noticed, you were telling that story about New York, and I looked up, I saw it, and I started laughing, and I couldn't hold it in.
Bill, we have a 2-minute talent tonight.
Awesome.
And I'm excited for it. And are you going to let our talented friend in?
Is she waiting? I don't have a waiting room set up. So whenever she's ready, do you want me to send her
a link to this? So if you could send one to her or her mom really quick. But we have someone who has multiple talents. So you're going to be surprised by what you see. I'm pretty sure she is ready for us. I did talk to her earlier today. I don't see her on the live right now. It's a girl, surprise. It's a junior hire, surprise. It's a 7th grader. And so we will wait and see really quick if she is coming on. But every week we do 2-minute talent, and we would love to include you. So if you can do like your Rubik's Cube behind your back, if you can juggle anything, I can juggle nothing. If you want to do impressions, I would love to see or hear that. So, just go ahead and check that out. Keep us posted, because Bill and I would love to include you. Bill, you good?
Yeah, I keep hearing some squawky noises over here. I'm not going to say it's the weasel, but it's the weasel.
It's the weasel.
All right. So the message is sent.
Okay, so we'll wait and see.
And we'll wait and see. In the meantime, let's see. One more question.
Okay, right. I have one for you.
Oh, I got one. Okay, you go first.
It's a would you rather question.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you 2 parts of food that aren't good, and see which one would you choose eating over the other.
Okay.
So would you rather choose to eat the like inside part of the artichoke heart that you scoop out that kind of, for lack of better words, looks like green hair?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather eat a whole kiwi without taking the skin off?
The kiwi.
Yeah, it seems like less painful and that you could swallow it a lot easier, right?
Well, yeah, you know, and yeah, whenever I eat artichokes, it's hard for me to see that last bit of it because it's just like you said, it looks like hair, and
It does. It looks like random hair. It's so weird.
Yeah, that's grody. Yeah, kiwi by a long shot. And so for you, what's the craziest fashion trend you have ever rocked?
Ooh. Well, I've never been super fashion forward, so that helped me to not have like any massive insane thing. But what can I think of? I remember being in love like in 5th grade with these acid wash jeans, which means they were dark jeans, but bleach had basically been spotted all over them. And they had zippers at the back of them, like not on the ankle side, at the back, like up to halfway through your calf. And at the top of that, it had a lace heart. And every time I put on those pants, I was like, I look so good right now. They're pretty terrible. So it's not that crazy, but it is something that like I loved dearly. And you're just kind of like, it's kind of ugly. And I'm surprised you loved it so much. How about you, Bill? Do you have something in mind?
I pegged my pants in junior high.
Ooh, explain to me just really quick.
So you have like the regular width of a leg or a bell bottom or a bottom of your pants. And then you squeeze it and then you fold it over and then you roll it up so the bottom is tight. I mean, It's kind of like the kids doing skinny jeans today, but we didn't have skinny jeans back in our day.
Okay.
I don't know. So yeah, I remember that. Or the Z Cavariccis, same thing, right? That was those were the cool hip. Yeah, I was a dork in junior high and high school and college.
I was waiting for you to like keep saying something like that. Okay, do we have our guest or?
I just emailed her dad too.
Okay, so maybe not. We'll check and see. Well, no pressure. Maybe we should move on and we can include her later. Should that work?
Yeah, and I think I think the game is ready. Give me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
And actually, I've enlisted some help.
Uh-oh.
You might have a knock at the door here pretty quick.
Is it okay that I can see the door from where I'm sitting, or do I need to close those blinds?
No, you could. That's good. Yeah, no, I enlisted some help to for your game tonight, and so I don't know if you'll be able to move the camera so you can see it, but we're gonna play head, shoulders, knees, and cup.
Oh, with Peyton?
With your daughter.
Can you see us?
You go, Peyton. Yep, I can see her.
Okay.
She told me that she was gonna whoop your butt. Okay, no, really, she didn't. But
we're gonna come like all the way back the farthest we can, but you're not gonna be able to see the cup.
That's okay. Whoever gets it has to raise it up so we can see it. Like all triumphant and junk. Okay.
Just in the middle.
All right. So Peyton, you remember this one? Head, shoulders, knees, cup?
Yeah.
All right. So
better than me, so we probably know the answer.
Let me make this so that you guys are on the big screen. And let me do that. All right. You guys ready? So the best of 5.
5?
Best of 5.
Okay.
So I'm trying to pin the picture. It looks like it's going to stay. So that's good. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So in case anybody doesn't know, this is Peyton Mahoney. She is a freshman at Manteca High School. We love having her. She has an amazing voice that she tries not to share with people, but she does an amazing job when she leads in 56, and it would be great to have her help in high school whenever she gets a chance. She also plays the ukulele. And so we would totally love it if you came and sang with us sometime when we get back to church. So sorry for outing you with that, but I love having you around, and so I can't wait to see who's going to win this game. All right, so it's head, shoulders, knees, cup. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll go slow at first. It's head, shoulders, knees, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, knees, cup.
Electronic equipment, but we
that
fixed it up.
that was a real round, right? That was real, right?
That was real. That was real. It's all good. So,
Very
Good.
but I'm gonna start speeding up. So just so you know, Peyton,
Oh,
we're expecting you to win.
I'm just excited that I got one. Okay.
I'm letting her win. I want to be a good daughter. Okay.
Thank you. I love you.
Oh, you know what? I don't think it's working. I need to pin you guys somehow here. So I don't know if it'll work, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it side by side. All right. So here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, head, knees, shoulders, cup.
Ah,
Okay, that's 1 and 1, 2 down. So it's basically the first to get to 3 wins.
okay,
So
perfect.
yeah, Eli just mentioned that when I talk, it goes to me. So I'm going to keep us side by side. I
Okay.
couldn't figure out how to pin you guys up there. Let me see. Pin. All right. I'll try it one more time, and then no.
You're coming to the office.
Yeah, that's not working either. All right. So we'll just go to the gallery view. Okay. Head, shoulders, knees, shoulders, knees, head, knees, shoulders, head, knees, shoulders, head, shoulders, knees, head, cup.
Oh,
Did she steal it from you, Heather?
yes. Well, no, I tried to. She had a better grab on it.
All right. So she's got 2 to 1. You got to get this one to stay in it, Heather.
Maybe I just want it to be over, Bill.
All right. Hey, hang on, Taylor. Let me get you back in a sec. I'm putting her in a waiting room real quick. Okay. All right. Ready? So it's 2 to 1. Heather, get back in this one. We got faith in you. Don't let these young whippersnappers win. Head, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, knees, head, knees, head, cut. Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
All right, are you ready?
Oh, 2 and 2. Peyton, let's talk.
Well, all right.
I'm not trying to disparage Heather or anything, but she's like twice your age. Come on, we need to see a little bit more pep in your step. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, just between me and you, that's a little pep talk. All right.
Yeah.
A little more pep in your step. All right, here we go. All right, Heather, don't let her win. All right, head, shoulders, head, shoulders, head, shoulders, knees, shoulders. Aha, knees, shoulders, shoulders, head, knees, head, shoulders. Ah, knees, head, cup.
Winner!
She won. Way to go, Peyton.
Do I have a prize?
Yeah.
She demands a prize.
I didn't even think about a prize for her. I thought about something that you would have to do if you didn't win. I have a pink bunny onesie but I thought that would be more appropriate for a guy to be goofy in. But
No, I'm ready.
are you ready for the pink bunny onesie? Okay. So I'll bring that over. And Peyton, I will have a surprise for you as well.
Really? No, it's
Yeah.
okay. You don't
No.
need it.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Hey, after our little pep talk, I feel like we had some team coach bonding. So way to go. I appreciate you. And as a matter of fact, for your win, we'll get you some candy. Maybe that'll give you a little bit more energy.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks, babe.
All right. And so with
Good
that,
one, Bill. Joke was on me.
PB says, Peyton, you get to preach for me on Sunday.
Hey.
Oh, she's not there anymore.
She's like, am I done on camera? Okay, bye.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
awesome.
All right. So we do have Taylor Zalinardo in the waiting room.
Taylor,
Sorry
with the 2-minute talent coming on strong, you guys get ready.
All right. So here she is. If you want to intro her.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome. She is a 7th grader. She is basically a professional basketball player already. Oh, look at her there. She's ready. She can dribble. She can play the ukulele. She can play the guitar. She can sing. She probably can play the recorder too because she probably had to in music class. But here you go, Taylor Zalinardo.
Okay, so me and Tessa are just gonna pretty much be just dribbling and doing ball handles. So
let's go.
Oh my gosh. I can't. This is
Okay, that's not funny. I can't even do that. That is not fair.
It takes a lot of practice.
You know, I probably shouldn't say this, but while I was on the SWAT team for 8 years, every Wednesday we went and played basketball, or every other Wednesday we went and played basketball, and I never got better.
Bill, can you put you guys side by side?
You want it side by side?
Well, yeah, so that we can see them the whole time.
You don't have to.
No, you guys are great.
So do you guys have a basketball hoop there?
Yes.
Do we get to see some shots?
Yeah, Tessa wanted to show you guys a shot actually.
Yes, Tessa.
So let me just figure out. Okay. Go, Tess. No, I'm not, because I'll probably miss. Good. So there's your shot.
So close.
That's still better than I would have done.
It's still better than Bill would have done.
Okay, Tess.
By far.
Okay.
Dunk. PB says one of you guys got a dunk.
Just trying to.
Yeah, Tessa, dunk.
Oh, there you go. Hey, challenge extended.
Oh,
Challenge accepted.
Funny. You know what? Michaela said that she thinks that Taylor could beat her brother Elijah in basketball.
What? I don't know. I've seen Elijah play. He's pretty darn good. Oh, so close though. And she made it though. That's all that matters.
You need to make some YouTube training videos so by the end of this shelter in place, I could have a new talent and maybe Bill could finally get some basketball help.
Yes, of course.
I'm horrible at basketball.
Hold on, I'll flip you back over. Oh my gosh, I almost just died right now.
Don't die.
Not on camera.
Don't die.
No, that'd be really bad.
All right. Do you have one more thing you can show us before you go that you didn't already show us?
I could do a cartwheel.
Yes.
Dang.
One-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Okay. I haven't done this in a long time, so. But that's about it.
If I tried that, I would land on my melon.
Bill, if you tried that, you would be on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yes.
That's how it would happen.
So that's it.
Oh, goodness.
Taylor, that
Yes.
was awesome. Thanks for showing us some of your basketball skills.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
It was awesome,
All right.
kiddo.
See you
Thanks for
guys.
sharing. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that's awesome.
That was really, really cool.
That is a sport I just cannot do. And it's funny because Jen is uber competitive and she's a basketball player and we don't play basketball because she's too good for me.
She kicks your banunu, as we say in the Mahoney household. Bill, I don't want to intimidate you, but I played basketball in 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. And I was never excellent, but I could make the team. So I have
You would whoop me.
I might win because Only because you're saying how bad you are.
No, I can't. I can't even do a layup.
Ooh,
And I'm pretty coordinated. I've got rhythm.
Are you pretty athletic?
I'm pretty athletic. I just, that one sport
Funny.
just hates me. It hates me.
That is soccer for me. I didn't grow up playing soccer. I didn't move to Manteca until I was 11. And by then everybody already knew soccer because it was like what everyone did when they were little. They played soccer and t-ball. Well, not me. And I don't have the skills. And I'll probably kick you in the ankle, but not on purpose. So.
Oh, that's awesome. But most of the time kicking somebody in the ankle, it's okay because it's kind of expected.
Soccer.
I do love soccer. That's another sport that I've played all my life. And
nice.
Oh yeah.
Bill, something else you have going on this week for high schoolers. I thought I heard that you have another Kahoot going on this week.
Yeah, we're doing Kahoot. We had fun with it last week. Last week we did a couple of Disney things. It got a little out of control with the Disney themes,
okay.
But it was pretty fun. We also I might try to work this one in. There was a bunch of riddles that we did for the college and young adults on their game night, and they were kind of tough, but they were fun. So come with a second tablet, come with another device, or if you're on a laptop, it's a little bit easier because you have to have two screens. So you can see the question and get your answer in. So yeah, Kahoot Sunday Night Live at 6 p.m. We meet on Zoom. The link is at crossroadsgrace.org/HS. And then Thursday nights, we do a Q&A after PB's message. And the last few weeks have been awesome. We talked a lot about why we believe what we believe. And this last week, we had one of the smallest turnouts. There was only a couple students, but I'll tell you what, it got deep quick. And it was a great time. And sometimes, as you know, it's not always the size of the group. It's about the group wanting to ask those questions. And so if you guys are asking questions or have questions about anything that PB is preaching on, bring those questions. If it's that night, bring it. And here's the thing is, if you have any other questions about anything else, let's talk about it. Let's see what we can find. I love, I don't want to say it's going to be Stump Bill because everybody's going to come with questions that do stump me. But I do love asking those questions about our faith and where it says this about that. So question and answer night, it's generally going to be about PB's message. So watch it Thursday nights. But if you have any other questions, join us anyways, and we'll walk through those as well. What do you got coming up, Heather?
So other than Tuesdays, we're continuing to meet on Zoom now on Sunday mornings at 11:15 a.m., Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And in a couple weeks, not this weekend, because this weekend, I'm going to tell you something cool that our whole church is doing. But in a couple weekends, we're going to have a junior high Netflix watch party where we can all watch the same movie together at the same time. And it will be like we're in a virtual room together at the movie theater. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be emailing and texting about that. So just keep a listen out for the details that are going to come to either you or your parents, depending on how you have your My Crossroads account set up. But also our church is doing something really cool this weekend. So Saturday night at 8 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. This weekend only, maybe again, but right now this is our very first one. We are doing drive-in church. Now, you might not have a wonderful childhood like mine where you got to drive to this city called Union City and go to the drive-in theaters. But basically, we get to drive to church, and we do have to stay in our cars because we want to honor the city's guidelines. But we are going to go in our cars. Brian wants to watch Bambi for the Netflix watch party. I'm okay with it. I just need you to know there's a death. So it's not just feel good the whole time, but we are going to drive up to church, like a drive-in movie theater. We're going to stay in our car, but you can roll your windows down, and your family, whoever you live with that you come with, you turn the radio to a certain station, and we're all going to be able to watch and listen to church and worship at the same time. And they have a really interactive part towards the first half of the service that I think you guys are going to be like all of the adults at. So I really want you to be there. I want you to be ready for it. It's going to be a pretty exciting time. And I'm excited to see a church full of people, even if it's in the parking lot with our doors shut. So be ready.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. That was one of the things that, there was I got to share this. PB sent us a video about a guy making fun of people who are too afraid to, a pastor too afraid to meet at churches.
Yeah.
And it cracked me up, because here's the thing is, we, real quick, I'll just say this, we as a church don't want to be the cause of anybody else's pain in any way, shape, or form. And so when we get to do this, I think this is a responsible way of getting people to gather and still be safe about doing it. And so I'm so excited that we get to go do this. This is how much for some of us, we haven't been out of the house very much, and maybe to go on our walks, but this is just huge. This is awesome. And I am so excited that our church leadership has really taken the lead on this, and really, 16 by 9 screens. It's going to be so cool.
I want to remind you guys of something. This Sunday is Mother's Day. And usually at school, they might have you make this like really cool craft or a coupon book or something for your mom. But it is time for you to take like the leadership reins on this and come up with a really cool way this Sunday. If you have a mom, or maybe a foster mom, or a grandma, an aunt, whoever you live with, who's that female figure in your life, for you to make them feel loved and valued. And we actually are doing something really cool in junior high. We have a giveaway. It's this basket full of a gazillion things. And guess what? On a normal day, I would not think a basket with toilet paper and paper towels and flour and yeast and sugar and disinfectant wipes and hand sanitizer and all that would be great. But right now it's like liquid gold. So if you're in junior high, all you have to do is write a post and post it on your social media account about how much you love your mom, and you just tag Crossroads Junior High in it. So you can go on your mom's Facebook account if you don't have social media. You can post on Instagram. You can post on Snapchat. I'll make sure to check that. And you know what? The best one, the person who's got just really cool words to say about how much they love their mom on Friday, 5 p.m. I'm going to be deciding that. On Saturday, the gift basket's going to be delivered to your house for you to give to your mom for Mother's Day. It has a journal in it, a Devo, all sorts of awesome stuff. It's really, really cool. And you know what? A junior higher's mom donated it for this. So it is like
awesome.
So cool. It was Isaiah's mom, Karen. So I hope you post something awesome about your mom, and I hope you win it. But don't forget, it's Mother's Day. So it is your job to make your mother feel very loved. And if she wants to cuddle you like you're 5 this Sunday, you need a letter.
So on that thought though, Mr. Neon Chef asked the question, and okay, I'm going to ask you this because you're a mom, you get this. What is a good Mother's Day? I don't know if it was anyways, I'm going to ask you, what is a good Mother's Day movie?
Well, I can't really necessarily say, because what you don't want to do is stereotype that your like mom just wants to watch a Hallmark movie, because maybe your mom is one of those moms who says, I would rather watch Lord of the Rings, or I would rather watch like a spy game movie, or like a whodunit where you're trying to figure out what's going on. So what I would do is, before it's Mother's Day, say to your mom, hey mom, what do you think your favorite movie is? And don't tell her why, so that you could watch that movie on Sunday. Surprise her, make her the popcorn. Don't make her make you the popcorn. And then you clean up and make the couch all nice and watch a movie. You could even make her fake tickets and make her walk through the front door and take her tickets. You could pick a flower from your garden. Anything could really be, to make your mom's day win. But I have to say, like, if somebody said to me, what's a movie you want to watch on Mother's Day? I'm home with my family, so I would be thinking, what would we all like? And I would probably choose something like Nacho Libre or Napoleon Dynamite, because I think that we would all enjoy it. But if I was going by myself, I might make a different movie choice. Who knows?
Oh, good. Nacho Libre. Okay. I'm going to play that for Jen you said it.
Hey, no, you ask her what she loves. And
no. That's not what I heard. I'm going to say,
all right.
Well, Heather said.
Phil, are you ready for a Devo from me?
Yeah. What do you got today, Heather? I love it.
All right. Sweet.
Got to give me a second. I gotta get my notebook. I forgot it.
Ooh,
So,
yeah, Bill, get your notebook. Take those notes.
all
Is
right,
it
go
an
for it.
action notebook? That's what I use for work.
It's my little,
Oh,
my
your
little.
handy dandy notebook. So today we are going to be in Luke chapter 15. So that is in the New Testament. And we're actually going to be looking at something called a parable, which I'll explain in a little bit. But you might be like me, where as a teen, you just have a parent or a teacher, a yard duty person, someone in your life who just tells you something over and over again. And when something is told over and over, it's because they think that it's worth repeating and retelling and reposting. So if you've ever been with me at junior high at Crossroads, or you high schoolers, every once in a while I pop my head in, maybe you saw me there, but I usually end up liking talking about parables because they're stories that are applicable in lots of times in life, not just something that matters when you're 10 or when you're 15. It's also great when you're like 40 or 80, whether you're a man or a woman or you're married or whatever. So parables are pretty great. And before we dig into that, what I wanted to do was tell you a story about when I lost something. I really don't like losing things. I'm a decently organized person. I usually remember where something is, where I put it there. And years ago, we bought this little entryway table for our house, and I love it. It's really cute. I wanted a skinny one because I didn't want it taking up too much of the hallway. It's actually from IKEA and has 4 big drawers in it, and it's actually to store shoes in. But we're not a super cool, clean family that takes shoes off the first thing when we come in the house, but I know Brian Hunt's family does. So it's really a shoe holder. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I'm going to put my work bag in here because it like fits perfectly. And usually I would hang it on the side of my bed, on my bedpost. And I told myself, I'm going to put this here. It looks good. And then I have Friday and Saturday off because we work at a church. So we work Sunday through Thursday, and I couldn't find my bag for like 2 days. And I was so frustrated. And it was right there in the entryway, but it was a new entryway table. And I forgot that I had put it there. And it was so frustrating to me because I needed my workbook that was in there to be able to do things. So I was trying to work off of memory. And I don't know if you've ever like been trying to do a school assignment and you couldn't find like the one paper or the one email your teacher sent you. So now you're not feeling like you could do your school assignment the way you really should be doing it. And it's hard when important things get lost. And being physically lost, that can actually make us feel scared and frustrated, embarrassed. It could make us be uncertain of what to do next. If you've been a kid and you were ever lost in a mall or the grocery store or the movie theater or something, that is scary. But even sometimes when we're in a familiar place, we can feel lost, but usually more like emotionally or spiritually. So if we don't know how we got somewhere, sometimes in your head you say to yourself, how did I get here? I used to be like such a different person. Sometimes right now you might be feeling lost at home because you don't get to do your normal. So maybe you're feeling isolated, maybe you're feeling alone, maybe you're feeling afraid. I have felt some of those feelings during this shelter in place. Maybe you feel lost just because of like a circumstance you're in, maybe a choice you made and now you're having to suffer the consequence of that choice. Maybe you feel unseen or unnoticed or unloved. That is so hard. And we've all felt lost at some point in our life. And in those situations, it can be hard for us to find our way back again to feeling normal, whether it's like mentally or emotionally or physically, or actually like you got lost and now you're trying to find your dad. But Jesus used stories, which were parables, which I mentioned earlier, to help people better understand things about God. And in a parable written by Luke, we read about the prodigal son. We see that there was a father and he had 2 sons. And so the younger son asked about receiving his inheritance. So the money he was going to get from his dad when his dad died, he asked to get it early. And the father agreed, okay, I'm going to give both of my sons their money. Now, the older son, he ended up staying home. He worked hard. He was responsible with his money. But the younger one left home and lived wildly. Like, he was crazy. He basically, nowadays version is like, he went to Vegas. He hooked up with a lot of girls. He didn't care. He was throwing his money around. He didn't care if he was losing it on like alcohol and gambling and all that kind of stuff. But a famine actually ended up hitting the land, which means they didn't have enough crops and food to be able to feed everybody well. And the younger son, he didn't even have any money left because he had spent it all. So now his basic need of food, he wasn't even able to get it. So he takes this job as a pig farmer. And he went from living like a wealthy, crazy, outlandish life to being poor, to not having much, to being lost, really. And as you can imagine, this was really, really hard for him. Eventually, the younger brother went back to his dad to ask for a job. And here we're going to read something. So in Luke chapter 15, verse 20, it says this: but while he, so the younger son, was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, he threw his arms around him, and he kissed him. So he didn't go home and get the what for from his dad, where he just said, you're a bad son, and here's why you're bad, and here's why you're bad, and here's why you're bad, and I gave you a heck of money, where is it? No, his dad ran to him, and his dad embraced him. He was so, so happy that his lost son had returned, that he embraced his son, who he loved, with acceptance and with celebration, which is amazing. And instead of focusing on all the reasons that his son was lost, the father celebrated the fact that his son had been found. And we see that if we skip forward a couple verses to Luke chapter 15, verse 24, it says, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. This parable, this story that Jesus told these people in Luke chapter 15, it illustrates for us that the love the father had for his younger son was amazing. And that is like God's love for us when we're lost, whether we're lost physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. God does not expect us to get everything together before we come to him. His love meets us where we are, which is amazing. Just like the son went home dirty, pig farmer, no money, poor, broken, and hungry to his dad. And his dad basically did this, like, come on, man, and gave him that bear hug that I really want from some of my friends right now that I don't get to hug because of the coronavirus. But God loves us like that so much that anytime when we're lost, he's waiting with open arms to hug us like that. And even if we don't feel lost, maybe we feel like the older brother in this Bible passage, we all need God's love, and we all need God's acceptance, no matter what we've done or how lost we feel. God is there and God loves us. And I want to remind you of a few things before I close this up, but God loves you even when you're lost. And I want you to remember this, to look around and recognize where you are. Sometimes it helps us to just like discover the facts and just think about what's plain and simple. Like, okay, I'm in the guest bedroom. Yeah, I wish I was on campus with you guys and we were all hanging out. But the reality is that's not happening right now. And so, okay, I'm coming to you live from Zoom. Bill and I are every Tuesday. So we look around and recognize where we are. 2, we remember what God wants for us, which is to be found. He doesn't want us being actually lost, and he doesn't want us feeling lost, and he doesn't want us actually being lost when we don't feel like we are. He wants us safe and found with him. And then the third point I would just have you remember is to tell someone about where you are right now. Is that people aren't mind readers, and a lot of people are hurting right now or thinking different things, and you're not getting to hang out with your friends the way you normally would. So we have to choose to be vocal with our own words to tell people how we're feeling. You guys, God loves you so much, and he will meet you where you're at in life. So remember to speak up, and for whatever reason you might be feeling lost right now, you are so loved by God. Bill and I care about you greatly. And if you don't feel like you have somebody in your life that you can tell how or why you feel lost now, I can be that person. Bill can be that person. You could be a 7th grade boy and struggling. It doesn't matter that Bill is the high school director. He would love to connect with you. Same for me with all the women in high school, so, and junior high. We care about you guys and we love you, but no one loves and cares about you more than God does. And Jesus shows us this whole thing in a parable about a son who was lost because he wanted to remind us that he's found by God and loved by God. So that is what I have for you guys today. So thanks for listening on my parable talk about Luke chapter 15, verse 20 and 24.
Yeah, I love that. There's a couple things that you said that really ring true. And I think one of the things that we forget about is the older brother, right? We forget about him because he's still sitting on the side going, but I did all the right things. And there's going to be a lot of us, the Christians that grew up as Christians, and they're like, well, what? I did all the right things. But he's there for you too.
Yeah.
He was there for you too. And so, yeah. And that's the point, is when we get older, is if we have that mindset, we sometimes tend to think that, well, we earned it. Why didn't we? And that's something that we can never do. And yeah,
yeah, not at all. And I think you're right. It's easy to get in that mindset, especially if you've ever been called a goody two shoes, or you're just like a rule follower on your own right. It kind of feels like, well, I've been good enough long enough. But the situation is that we all are messed up. We all need to trust in Jesus to be made right with God, to have that connection. That's what we celebrated on Easter. Jesus died on our behalf to sacrifice for us, because we, can't get to heaven on our own. He made that big sacrifice. So we need to remember that he made that sacrifice for all. For the person who has lived a really shady life, who Bill, as a former police officer, had to maybe arrest 57 times. The amount of love he has for that guy is the same he has for me. And guess what? This is how many times I've been arrested, because it's not about who you are or what you do. It's about trusting in a God who loves us deeply.
God loves you when you're lost. Remember what God wants for us and tell someone. That's good stuff. And that last one also is tough, because I think that sometimes we get, like, when we are lost, sometimes we get a little bit of shame in us, right? We're like,
yeah.
And one of the things we talked about in young adults is, conviction is from God, shame is from Satan. And so if you feel that shame, if you feel like that you can't go back, that's Satan telling you can't. And you got to be able, you got to tell somebody and say, hey man, I'm having this issue. And then, because we're meant to do this life alone. We're meant to do it in a relationship. Tell somebody. And I love that. That's a great, great point. So thank you, Heather.
Well,
thank you,
Bill. Thanks for the encouragement after that Devo. I actually think you have a little something for us now. So you guys heard earlier that Bill said sometimes he's kicked out during the day, but never during the night. And I think it's time for him to show you what he means. So I give to you a 2-minute tour with Bill Walmer.
All right. Let me see. I gotta figure.
Bill, we're so excited. I can't hear you, Bill. I don't know if you could hear me, but you might need to unmute yourself.
How about that?
There it is. Coming in hot.
All right. So you guys have already been on a tour of my house, and there's a dog laying in the middle of the floor. I don't know how to change the video right now. There it is. There's a dog laying on the middle of the floor. And there's a dog outside waiting to say hi. So like I said, I get a little loud, and so Jen has to work also. And I've tried going upstairs, but while I'm making phone calls, if she has to go to the bathroom, she comes upstairs. And so I've been relegated to the outside, which is okay, because the outside isn't horrible. In the backyard, we have our trailer. And so I'm going to give you a tour of my current workspace.
Yes, go Bill.
All right, so here's the door. If I can squeeze in.
Does this workspace have a name other than trailer?
No.
Oh, it needs a name. I think it's a girl. I'm just saying.
All right, so everybody write in your names down on the comments. So I do have the most important thing in here, a coffee maker, because sometimes I'm out here for a couple hours at a time. So I plugged in the power. I've got a little bit of water going. I have my water. I have my coffee. That is the most important thing. If the Reedies are looking, Mark Reedy will be proud. Can you read that?
Oh, nice.
The French vanilla ice. Okay. So I have the couch pulled down with a blanket and a pillow just in case. Because in the mornings it's cold. I have my computer. I brought it down here because I needed a computer to work on. I have nothing in the back. And if I needed to take a nap, I could just run up front to the bed.
Nice, Bill.
Day that I have water because there's sometimes inside. So this is my office space away from home because I get too loud. I know y'all thinking, what? Bill doesn't get loud.
Bill, I have one complaint about your trailer, and it is your Dodger blue loofah in the shower. Shame on you. It's
Oh yeah.
Why. Bill, you have some really good names coming in. Betsy, Claude for a boy, Grace for a girl, Tracy the trailer. I do like that one. Rose, Jill, and Wind Shear. Ocean. Oh, so many choices.
I also have a green one.
Oh, the green's probably yours because we all know you love lime green and neon green.
I love lime green. All right, so that's, and oh, I do have the fridge is working. I have it on, but I only have water in here just in case.
Free water. That will make you famished. Ooh, what about Sheila? I see Sheila as an option.
Sheila.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't get off this Tuesday Night Live until you come up with a name for your trailer. And there's some really good choices, so I hope you like some of them.
There we go. All right. So where's the dog? The silly dog with the toy.
Melvin?
Melvin? Ooh.
Velvet or Melvin. Yeah, you misheard that, but I kind of like it.
All right. So I'm muting this. I'm turning it off. I'm back.
All right. And Bill is back. So thank you for your ever so fantastic 2-minute tour of your trailer, who might be named Susan, and you need to decide if you want to be able to go to bed tonight. So Bill, look through the chat, check out those names, and tell us what you think. Ooh, Georgia. Georgia on my mind. You are actually muted, and we would love to hear what your thoughts are. So you just got to unmute.
I hate it when I do that. I actually really like Ocean.
Ooh, okay. Ocean was, I believe, Elijah.
Is Elijah on for Billy?
I believe so. Oh, JR. Isaiah says JR, but I'm wondering what the J and what the R stands for, because that is important to me, you know?
Yeah. It could be, because it's J.R. It's not like
George it could be Judge Rhinoceros. I don't know. I said George at first. I can't spell. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, Corona got me bad.
I think it's got us all a little loopy. It's okay.
Eli says Bob. I actually like the name Bob.
Bob. Hey, Bob.
Bob.
What's happening?
So, Bill, while you think of what that could be, I just was wondering if anyone in the live chat has any questions for Bill or myself, or for anybody else who is in the live chat, because we would love to ask those. We just have a few more minutes with you guys tonight, and we want Bill to just decide. Bill, is it Ocean or Jane Riley or Junior? So you need to decide what you think.
My favorite place in the world is the ocean, so I like it. And it's blue. It has blue stickers on it.
Is that your?
So I like Ocean.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Hey, where are you going? I'm going out to Ocean.
I'm going to Ocean.
Going
And
to
I'm
Ocean.
jealous because I want to go to the Ocean, and I'm not sure, but I heard they might be closed again. I don't know. And so, but you know what is open this weekend? Drive-in church.
Yeah, buddy. I can't wait. I'm excited. Come wave to us. We will be there. I don't know, hanging a sign. Waving us. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Face masks if we're part of the welcome team, because safety
I've got a
first.
face mask.
You guys, I don't have a face mask. All I have is a white bandana. And when I went to Costco yesterday, I looked straight up like a bank robber. Everyone else had a fitted mask or a disposable one, but a space one. And I just had a hanging white bandana. And yeah, I felt kind of shady. I don't know what you guys are using for a face mask, or maybe your parents are grocery shopping without you. So I don't know, but yeah.
Right.
And Mr. Neon Smith had a question about your pool. How is your pool right now, Bill? Has it been hot enough for you to get in the pool?
No.
It is supposed to be 97 degrees on Saturday or Sunday. So will you get in the pool?
I like 90-degree weather. I love it when it's hot. 90 to 110, that's my sweet spot. But the pool has to be around 80, 85. So anything less than that, and right now I think it's probably around 65. Whoa, it's cold. That's cold. So
yeah, I bet you every single person listening on live chat would still go in the pool, though. I'm just saying.
They're welcome to. They're welcome to. As soon as we lift the ban, you come over. I'm just saying. Oh man, yeah, we'll have a pool party or something. But hey, I will be the one with the San Francisco Giants face mask on. My mom made us. My mom made us a bunch.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Bill, what is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal. I'm going easy because I love my doggies.
I knew you were gonna say that.
So.
When I was a kid, I would always say a koala because I had some sort of like, I just thought it was neat, but
they're cute.
Yeah, but they're big old nails and they're not that, I don't know. It's just kind of like crazy to me. So now I would probably have to say, an elephant. I've ridden them a couple times in Thailand and they're just giant, and I've watched them like play soccer and paint and stuff, and sure you could train a lot of animals to do that, but it's just really neat to see. So I'm going with an elephant.
I like the elephant idea.
I have a question. It's, will you jump in the pool?
Heck no. Heck no.
Take your AirPods out first, obviously.
Aren't they supposed to be waterproof? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not cool enough to have AirPods.
Yeah, these were
earbuds.
Yeah, these were so I got these. My mom gave me a graduation gift of cash, and this is what I used to get. So
ooh, I really want some. Yeah, especially when I go walking in the morning and I have to bring my phone, even though I have an Apple Watch. I want those. So I don't have to bring my phone. So
well, and you know, I was like, I like wired set. I have a cheaper pair of Beats. And I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to spend the money on that. And then I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I got one of those knockoff sets that like $35. They were horrible, but they felt so comfortable. I'm like, okay, I'm an Apple fanboy. So since graduation was supposed to be fun, I did it.
Don't look at the chat. Look at me. Brian Hunt is everybody's boss. He is the lead pastor, and he told you to jump in the pool. It was an exclamation. It wasn't an option.
I will
do it
when he comes over and jumps with me.
It's not appropriate for him to do that right now. Social distancing, Bill. But you know what? Mr. Neon Chef said he or she would send a video of themselves jumping in the pool to you, Bill, if I can guess who they are. And so my guess, Bill, they've mentioned you 2 times. So I'm going to say they know you a little better than they know me. So I'm going to assume that they're a high school student. Maybe not. Just kidding. I take that back. I'm going to say that it is, oh no.
Dude, PB's in. We're doing this.
I'm going to say, okay, Has to be someone who has a pool. Who do I know who has a pool? Mr. Neon Chef. So I'm going to assume it's a man. I'm going to go with Caleb Parker. I'm just throwing it out there. He's a senior this year. He lives in Ripon. I think he has a pool. I think he does. I'm not really sure. So, Mr. Neon Chef, are you Caleb Parker?
And while we're waiting, I just got to say this. PB says he's in. He's in to jump in with me. The problem is he knows that by the time the ban is lifted, it'll be warmer and the pool will be warmer.
Bill, I'm not
playing the
lying when I
odds.
say this. If I had a pool, I would have jumped in. Do it for the starving children who are watching on Zoom. I'm sorry, YouTube.
The starving children.
And there's been a few people that just don't want your trailer to be the ocean. They want it to be the mini ocean.
Mini ocean. I'm going out to mini ocean. Okay, I'm good with that.
My hint to Heather is that you have been in my backyard before for a party, and I am not Caleb. Is it Demetrius Valverde? That's my question. I was at Michaela Valverde's birthday, not this year, last year, and I got my face painted like a butterfly. I looked so good, so I obviously took a picture of it. I think her aunt did that. So is that Demetrius? Which could be why he was referencing you, because, well, you know, young adults also. So we'll wait and see. Bill, you're not going to jump in the pool, are you?
No, well, actually, when this is over, we have to do Zane's workout and we have to do our walk. So
okay, that's right. The Valverdes don't have a pool, so it's not that person. Okay, we don't have. So the Valverdes don't have a pool, and I've been to their house in their backyard for a party. Is it your son Zach or your son Zane? Okay. Oh, I haven't, you guys. I haven't been to a party in so long, and I'm so sad about it.
Oh, nope. Okay. Huh.
Whose backyard? They have a pool. Bradley Reedy.
I was thinking Bradley.
But Bradley doesn't usually sign on.
He goes to Sierra.
Oh, he goes to Sierra.
So
I'm having a hard time. Who lives over in
is it Sebastian? With Sebastian? Does Sebastian have a pool?
I haven't been to Sebastian's house before, and Ian lives over there, and I haven't been to Ian's house either. If you guys think you know who it is, help me out in the live chat. Who else could that be?
Did they maybe make it Mr. to throw us off?
It could be, but I'm trying to think of who maybe was in 8th grade. Oh, no, I haven't been to their house. Darn it, I am stumped. I hate not knowing. Okay, I need one more. I need one more hint. The second hint was you go to Sierra. So at least I deduced one thing correctly. It was that you were a high school student. You used to be a junior high student.
All right. Huh.
I think I might know, but I'm not telling. Okay, Elijah. Fine, don't tell.
Yeah, since he's not going to tell.
You guys can come to my backyard and we'll have a party. And guess what I have? A spa. And yes, I will jump in. I don't have a pool. And once you see the size of my backyard,
I'll go jump in the hot tub.
It's not on. Bill, if I was at your house, I would have jumped in the pool right now. I'm just saying.
You're welcome. You know, you can come through the backyard and just jump in.
I'm also the age where I just don't care anymore. And if people chant enough, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
and that's kind of like me. Like I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta shower.
Well, that I don't know Mr. Neon Chef, and I don't know a younger high schooler who. Oh, it's Michaela. Okay, I don't know a younger high schooler who loves neon and to cook. I'm trying to think of all the students. We had a really big crew of 8th graders last year from Brock Elliott Move Up. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
Well, I'm hoping they tell me next week because it's time for us to go. You guys, it's a school night. You got to get ready for bed.
Oh, that's right. It's school night.
It's Taco Tuesday. The final hint
is
the
M.
first letter of my name is M. Matt. Mark, Michael, Mike,
Michael?
Miguel.
Michael, why can't
Oh, it's Michael
why can't I think of
Acevedo.
Yeah, why could I think of that?
He lives by me. I can't believe I didn't. Oh,
Matthew.
and you know what?
Matthew.
I saw a picture on social media of his mom hanging out in their backyard, standing by the pool, and I was so jealous. And I was like, that is a good social distancing backyard.
We got the name wrong. It's Matthew Acevedo. Crap.
Oh, dang it. Why did I say Michael? Oh, you were like Michael. I'm like, yeah, Michael. Okay. Sorry.
I was thinking the same thing, but that was the funny part.
Michael Acevedo. Well,
Correct?
it's correct. Yes. I'm
It's
glad
correct.
I guessed it. Finally, I'm going to sleep better.
Matthew.
We miss you guys. I seriously hope to
Yes.
see you at Drive-In Church this weekend. While we can't get out of our cars, we can have our windows down. We can be texting our friends while we're there. We can be ready for anything. So please come. Please join us. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see you all. Like I said, bring signs that you can leave in your car, right? Don't be
Yeah.
rowdy. You can bring them and have a good time, but keep your hands in the windows, in the ride at all
Yeah.
times.
Basically, what it is it's a little bit scary for our city that we're going to have a lot of people in the parking lot at one time, but it's totally legal and allowed. So what we're choosing to do is just follow a lot of guidelines so that the next time, if we decide we want to do this again, we won't have had any problems this time. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, Crossroads was really awesome. Of course they could do this again. So we just want to honor what they're asking and to make it more enjoyable and safe for everybody so we could do it again.
Michaela, we are gonna have a party after the ban is lifted. I promise.
Yeah, we're going to have so many parties.
So many.
Can't wait. I cannot wait.
I am excited.
In case you're wondering, I can't wait. So there it is. Thank you guys for joining us for our Tuesday Night Live. If you've ever missed any, you actually could just look right here on our YouTube page, go back and you could find them, and you could find all the junior high messages right there too. Remember, Drive-In Church, Mother's Day, 2 important things to remember.
Love on the moms. And remember
Love
what
on
Heather
the
said, Nacho Libre is the best Mother's Day movie ever.
All right, you guys have a great night, and we will see you Thursday. You can meet with Bill on Zoom to talk about post message and what that looked like and discuss some of that about what Pastor Brian is preaching on Thursday. Or if you're in junior high at 7, you can meet and we will have our own message that we'll be chatting about. And some of your leaders will be joining us this week. So I hope you tune in.
Awesome. We love you. Have a great one. Bye.